have been friends for almost 10 years. We're with each other all the time, whether we're working or just being crazy. We love being together. It's got to the point where we're not just friends, we're like family.
We laugh, we love, we cry, we laugh some more. As we go through the ups and downs, no matter where life's roller coaster takes us, we know we'll get through it together.
And along the way, we've met some amazing people. Shawna! Kiely met Shawna through an ex.
Yeah, and at first she hated me.
Well, she thought you were loud and obnoxious.
I am.
Anyway, Shawna is a good time girl who loves fashion and is always there whether you need a shoulder to cry on or a wingman at the club.
Which is where Joey comes in. Shawna introduced us to Mr. JRyan a few years back. He's got his hands into every aspect of the LA scene.
Promoter, publicist, and self-proclaimed socialite, Joey is all about being seen and making that money.
Gucci! The baby of the group is Asia.
This little dancer from the valley is young, full of life, and brings a positive light to
everything.
I know, right?
God, yes.
But she's our little sunshine, and we love it.
Each week, the 5 of us meet for dinner to talk life, love, and everything in between.
We don't always agree.
Nope, no we do not.
But we always tell the truth.
This is Dinner with Friends.
Another great week. So I'm just going to start this conversation off by telling you guys that I love Dinner with Friends, but I am so mad that I'm missing Teen Mom right now.
Oh my gosh.
I love a Macy. Bentley.
She's my favorite too, Macy.
Alright, I like Bentley, I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
Sophia, she's freaking cute.
Yeah.
She's beautiful. She's always in Us Weekly.
She's so stunning.
Let's talk about this with always being in Us Weekly. How do you guys feel? Because I have mixed emotions.
Oh, they're famous now.
Part of me thinks that it's ridiculous that these are now considered celebrities and that the paparazzi is following them. But then another part of me also does, as far as the show goes, I feel the show does have a balance between the struggles that they go through and then how it's not the end of their life that they ended up getting pregnant at such a young age. There is that balance that I do enjoy.
It is objectifying these young girls. They like it and they want to be objectified, which is also sad.
Well, because they're young.
There is a serious problem with this. I'm sorry, we should not be idolizing these young women who make bad choices.
Well, no, they have them both. Some people are losing their children. They're battling with their mom, their boyfriend. Like, it's a whole situation.
I feel like the show in general doesn't necessarily glorify it as much as the media has taken the opportunity and now is trying to put them on the cover of all these like pop culture magazines, and they're giving them photo shoots and they're getting spreads in these different the media is what's taking them and making them into these like supermodel moms and stuff. I don't necessarily think the show is. The show shows them crying.
You ain't no supermodel girl.
No, my best. You see these bitches on the beach like, oh, Teen Mom star, whatever the hell her name is, sitting here like, who are you? You're the little girl who had premarital sex, decided not to use the condom that time.
Crazy. They are the new celebrity reality. That's just what it is. I agree with you in a sense, Kiely, because they're becoming these celebrities, and to me, I feel like a lot of women are just like, let me have a baby so I can get on TV real quick.
Women,
because
teenagers.
The teenagers.
So crazy that you're saying that, because I've actually heard that girls are actually trying to get pregnant now to get on the show.
I don't think that was the intention, though. The intention was to let these teens know how hard it is to raise a child and all the struggles you go through when you're pregnant and you're trying to raise a child on your own and you're 16, 15, 14, whatever how it is you are.
That is a big decision. When you're talking about somebody who's 16, are you kidding me? Their minds aren't even there enough to even figure out.
Which is why they shouldn't have had a baby in the first place. That's why they should have wrapped it up. Wrap it up like
Chris done.
All right, so we can have our own opinions on this topic, you know, talking about what the media's done to those girls, what the show's done to the girls, but at the same time, it's not coming from an actual personal situation that any of us have ever gone through. So I decided to bring my good friend Missy. We've known each other since we were like 6 years old, and she's coming to kind of explain she's coming to explain her point of view of what it's like to be a teen mom and go through motherhood at a young age. So what I first wanted to ask you, and this was a question I remember asking you actually not too long ago, was who did you tell first when you found out you were pregnant, and how old were you?
I was 17. It was my senior year in high school. His dad kept asking me, you've been sick lately, like what's going on? I'm like, I don't know. And his dad actually, one day he was like, I had a weird dream. I had a dream you were pregnant. I was like,
Oh my God.
you did.
I don't like that dream.
Yeah, and exactly. Don't do that. That's a nightmare right now, okay? And they did an ultrasound on me that day, and I was a lot further than I thought I was.
Really? Did the scary word abortion come into your mind at all?
I think that I always have been really, really against it. I think when you're in the situation, everything cruises through your head. What can I do? What am I going to do? Oh my God, my parents, my parents, my parents. That's all I kept thinking was my parents, my parents, my parents. I was too far along to...
So that wasn't even an option.
It really wasn't.
Oh.
His side thought of the adoption thing. I just couldn't have a child out there and not have him. Coming from a huge family myself, I just was like, no. As a teenager, you live in this little bubble, you know, your high school, your friends, and you get a boyfriend and you're all about it, then reality hits and shit goes down, and it's like your whole teenage life is done.
Was there a lot of friction between you, or did it bond you guys together? Because a lot of these shows, it seems like the boyfriend's like, peace, and they hit the door. Is that how it was for you, or?
When I found out I was pregnant, he was good, and then after our son was born, for about 2 years we were still together, and then I was going off on a different road, and he was kind of still chilling, and you know, guys develop slower than girls, especially at that age, and they want to party and do their thing. And now that my son's older, he's definitely he's a great dad.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's great.
We have an awesome relationship.
I want to touch on my last point because I feel like we really answered the other ones, but this kind of correlates a little bit with our last week's episode as well, of what it's like to not only deal with your ex that you have a kid with, but now to deal with the people he brings around your son.
He had a couple girlfriends that, they were just nightmares. And now this one, he's been with for about 2 years, and I love her to death.
I have a question. Would you, at your age, at 17, even think about doing a show like that, like Teen Mom,
to ask that.
if they approached you?
The only reason I would do it is for financial-wise. I can do what I got to do, you know, go through school, and we were both so young. Obviously, he's not going to have a career. I'm not going to have mine yet. And so that's pretty much the only reason why I would want to do it.
We have got some fan questions that honestly the 5 of us cannot answer on our own because we don't have no kids, okay? That's just the honest to God truth. We have a question from a fan. They say, "Dear friends, I'm in a really tough situation. It's been 4 years since my boyfriend and the father of my daughter broke up, and now he wants to come back into our lives. He says he's got his shit together, but I can't believe him. I don't know if I'm just being selfish or if I'm protecting my child from the same disappointment. What do you think I should do?" It's from Kara in Tampa Bay, Florida. That's tough, right? Because there is that, like, okay, am I just holding and like harboring grudges against him, or am I really trying to protect my kid from him being like a deadbeat dad?
What was the reasons why they broke up? Are you still attracted to him? Can you like let him in again as a man, like the main man of your life, or are you just letting him in as a dad of your child?
It can be totally situation. I can love and adore my child, and I can treat you like shit, but it has nothing to do with the way I treat my child. I might be a really bad person to you, but a really awesome person to my child.
I actually had a friend that had that same issue, and how she handled it was she actually took it day by day, and she was like, if you want to prove to me that you want to do right by me now, do right by your kid, and let's have a friendship, and then we'll go from there. Definitely. And honestly, it's working out. They're not officially together, but so far it's worked out. I think that's good advice. It's perfect advice. Take it day by day, let him prove himself as a father, and then move on from there and see if the relationship can sprout from a place that does start with the kid, because at the end of the day, it's about the kid now.
Missy, thank you so much. This has been so great because this, again, is not a topic we can talk about from personal point of view. So, dinner with friends with Missy. Thank you.